welcome to the Hofstra Women's Basketball Postgame Press Conference with head coach Danielle Santos Atkinson. Coach, give us your thoughts following the game against Stony Brook.
Yeah, I thought we came out. We talked about with our team how we come out, how we start the game is important. The sense of urgency, um, and on the offensive end of the floor and the defensive end of the floor, and how we get ourselves going. That was important and an emphasis for this game. I thought we did that. We allowed them some easy buckets early. Those offensive rebounds, their first, I think 5 to 7, 8 points there were all off offensive rebounds. We cleaned that up, but in the second half, we just got a little lax, and we allowed way too many easy buckets for them in transition. We allowed them to again get loose at the 3-point line. Keenan's a great shooter, and we allowed her too many opportunities. When you have a shooter like that, and you keep giving them opportunities, and statistically, and some are gonna fall.
Question. Coach, this was a 1-point game at halftime. You mentioned the sense of
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we came out. I thought we came out pretty flat in that second half. We came out flat offensively. Then we allowed some of our mistakes and some of the things that they were doing deflate us a bit. And then once they made their run, again we got a little deflated, got a little discouraged. And it's the fight in those moments that we've got to continue to work on as they're making the runs, as they have the momentum. How do we push back on that?
Mentioned pregame playing a full 40 minutes.
Yeah, and again, we just talked about it. There's got to be a competitive fire that is so great, that they're willing to do whatever it takes. Our discipline, we lapsed in our discipline in the second half. The things that we had done in the first half that had got us to that point, we fell off on some of those things. Some of our execution, we were way more disciplined with our intensity defensively and our rotations in the first half, and in the second half, it just wasn't there.
Coach, you held Gigi Gonzalez in the first half, but she really went off in the second half, 17 total points. What goes into defending a player like that, and how is it so difficult?
Yeah, she's a three-level scorer, and we talked about it. And when you have somebody like that, again, she's a scorer. She's got a scorer's mentality. She's not going to allow herself to stay dormant for too long. As you mentioned, we did a great job in the first half, and I think we lost our defensive intensity in the second half. We lost our intensity, and with that, we allowed them to get to the paint way too easily. Once they were able to get to the paint, they were able to make things happen.
Coach Sorlane is a back-to-back game plus 9 points. What have you seen from her now getting the offense rolling?
Yeah, she's done a great job. She's come in. She's been a spark for us. She's continuing to stay aggressive in what she's looking for, offensively, and defensively. She's looking to continue to lift and bring that intensity that we need.
Coach, rough shooting night for Emma tonight. Think her confidence wavers after a game like that, or how to play with it?
No, absolutely bounces back. Not at all will waver or doubt herself, not one bit. And me either. We all have the most confidence in her, the utmost confidence in her and her abilities to get it done. And so you had a player like Emma; she'll be in the gym, if not tonight, first thing tomorrow morning, and making sure she's getting herself back to where it is. I thought they did a great job of really trying to cover her up tonight. Forced her into some tough shots that she was trying to take, and we weren't able, in some of our execution, to get her loose and freed up to get some more open shots.
Coach, towards the end of the third quarter, the game kind of tightened up again, but then it seemed like the wheels kind of came off, both defensively and offensively. Do you think the team got tired, or did Stony Brook change it a little bit?
Yeah, we got tired. And again, when we were going on our run, they did a great job of. I think we cut it to 5 or so there, and then that's when they hit those back-to-back threes, and that had a lot to do with fatigue. And we just talked about the willingness, the fight, the desire to want to win, just superseding and really surpassing fatigue, mistakes, any of that. It's got to be greater.
Coach, Jemiah Bryantson only played 10 minutes, but was 3 for 5 with field goals tonight. You had a couple of strings of good games in a row, and in the pregame you said that you are still looking for that starting lineup. Could you see her giving a greater role in the back half of the season?
Yeah, I mean, Jemiah's done a great job. One of the things gotten her those opportunities is she's had such great energy in practice. She's working extremely hard. She's really locked in to understanding what we're doing and why we're doing it, and knowing where to go and philosophically, offensively, and defensively. That gave her the opportunity. I always say, and how you work in practice and what you do and your buy-in to this team gives you the opportunity. Once she was given that opportunity, she took advantage of it. She came in the other day and she played really well, and that gave me the confidence to continue to get those minutes. But I think she's done a great job. My expectation is that she continues to do that and she continues to produce for our team.
Coach, on the defensive side of the ball, you guys were forcing a lot of turnovers tonight. Very good bright spot. What do you see going forward on the defensive side of the ball? Are you still going to be playing that aggressive style of play, trying to get any ball you can?
Absolutely. I mean, we're capable of it. We want to be able to do that. We don't want to have to wait to play with that type of fire and intensity when our back's against the wall. That's when you really see that come out. That's when you really see them looking to get after it. We want to be able to sustain that for 40 minutes. How can we play with that type of intensity? We can turn people over. We can force some really tough shots, but we want to be able to do that for a larger part of the game.
Coach Burgonion's aim is win. They're partnered up a few times today. We saw how good they can be offensively. Do you feel that this team's at their best when those two are on the court and firing on both sides of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they got two great players. It's a huge paint presence for us in the paint when they're in there together. In terms of rebounding, defensively, all of it, they do a great job of playing off of each other. They were limited in some of their opportunities tonight because the defense swarmed them so well. But we got to continue to work on. We know how to score when they're swarming like that and how to take advantage of it. We weren't as good in it tonight, and it's something we got to get back to.
Coach, this marks 7 straight losses. Do you have anything that you, your staff, and your team are planning to do to try to right the ship?
Yeah, we got to get back to, again, like I mentioned in pregame. We've only got two options, right? And one is to pull our bootstraps up and to get back to work, or it's quit. And none of us from the top down, we just don't have quit in us. And we know what this team is capable of. We understand that any given night in the CAA, it's anybody's game. And so we have not lost sight of that. We haven't lost sight of our goals for the year. And we still understand there's still a lot of season left, and we are still able to attain what we're looking to achieve.
Coach, we already mentioned it before, but Sorelli needs most minutes on the floor out of any team. What could you say about her confidence now, just as opposed to 2, 3 weeks ago, a month ago? How she just found her game again?
Yeah, she's just continued to work. Again, she's one of those players that she knows her abilities, and she knows what she means to our team, and when we need her, right? And so she's just continued to work every day. Her teammates have continued to give her confidence, continue to pour into her, continue to keep her, where she needs to be in order to stay in a great space. She's so positive, and she just continues to work. And so I think where she is right now is where we need her to stay and where we need her to be, just continuing to stay aggressive offensively, continuing to be as disciplined on the defensive side of the floor.
No more questions. This concludes tonight's post-game press conference. Coach, thank you.
Thank you.